Hello guys, so welcome to KO Tutorials. So in the previous tutorial as we have gone through creating the terrains in Unreal Engine. So now what I'll be showing you over here is like how to assign some basic textures over here. So like how to create a material. So very first of all, you should have PBR materials. You should have some PBR materials. So we'll just go into this and let's go to Polyhaven site and let's open some materials. So let's go into the textures and let's take a terrain. So I'll take a rocky terrain texture and I'll just download this. So till then, what I'll do over here is like, okay, it's downloaded. So there are multiple ways you can assign the materials. So first again, I'll extract this over here. Okay, already I have it, I guess. Okay. So again, I'll go back and coastline rocks. You also have this material. So let's go into the content browser and let's go into the content. And what I'll do is I'll right click and I'll create a new folder and I'll name it as materials. So you need to create first the material, very important. So I'll go into this and let's import the texture. So I'll just right click on it and import to current folder. So what texture I'll import is, I'll import the terrain texture. That's a diffuse for now. If you want to put the normal also, you can put the normal as well. So let's import the two textures over here. So once you have imported this texture over here, now let's create a material. So right click on it and let's create a material and let's name it as landscape underscore MAT. That's a material. So let's go into this, double click on it and let's go into the material editor. So once you open a material editor, as you see, you get this kind of a layout for a material. So how you can assign a material? So you can just right click on it and you can assign, you have two options. If you want to blend two materials, you can take a landscape layer blend material, or you can just press right click and or you can just press texture sample, right click on it and say texture sample. You can assign a texture sample as well. So let's go with first the texture sample and let's connect it with the base color over here. And let's go into the texture sample and let's go over here and you have a rocky terrain texture diffuse. Let's assign it. So you can just easily assign that material over here. So I'll go into this and I'll give the specular as 0, roughness as 0. Now, what I need is how should be the tiling over here. For that, I'll be assigning some texture coordinates. So I can go into this and go with some texture coordinates. I can connect it with this over here into the texture coordinates, and you want the tiling over here. You can go with the tiling. How much tiling you need for the texture, that can be assigned over here. So if you want the tiling to be smaller, you can assign it. So what I'll do, I'll just drag it over here and apply it and make sure you save it. So now the quickest way is you can just go into this and as you can see now, you have applied it, you have saved it, but still it's not showing over here. You can just directly, you can drag it, but still you cannot see over here. let's go into the landscape over here, and you can go into this and you can assign that material in that way. So I'll go into this and say a landscape. I'll select this landscape material, and as you can see now, you can see the tiling. The tiling is like, if you see over here, we can slightly increase the tiling. So, sorry, I'll reduce the tiling. So I'll make sure I'll make it as 0.2, and I'll make it this as 0.2 again, and I'll apply it. Now let's see. Now you can see the tiling. That's a good way. Now again, I can go into the material, and again I can go into this. I can press T and left mouse click to again get the texture sample. I can connect this with a normal map, and let's go into this, and let's take a rocky. That's your rocky terrain normal map. Take this the same way, and again I'll copy this, I'll paste it, again connect it with this, apply it, and let's go into this. So you'll get a bit of roughness. Let's play this. So as you can see now, you can see the texture. As you can move further, as you can see now, the texture has been applied over here, and you can see the roughness as well because of the normal map which we have applied. As you can see, yeah, that looks better now. Now, if you want to go with the layer blend, you can go with the layer blend as well. First, let's again open this rocky terrain. What else we have? Okay, you also have the roughness map. If you want to apply a roughness map, you can go with the roughness map as well. For now, this is okay. I have assigned the same texture coordinate. Now, in case if you want, you can take another material if needed for the layer blend. Let me see, I have downloaded or not. Need to download this first. Okay, so I'll just go into the downloads and I'll just extract this over here. Okay. So again, I'll go into this and into the same material, I'll import. So I'll go back over here and we have the coastal land rocks. So I'll just take a diffuse for now at least. So we can go into the right click and again you need to create a new material. Landscape underscore 2. So you can go into this and let's right click and say layer, landscape, layer blend. So as you can see now, you have to add this over here. Once you add it, just click on this and add this. Click on this. Okay. So you have one is index 0 and one is 1. So what I can do is I cannot directly blend this. So what I'll do is I'll just connect this one over here. Before that, I'll just delete everything. Let's take a layer, landscape, layer blend, and you can add this, like name it as grass. I'll connect this to the base color. Again, I'll add one more and I'll name it as rocks. And now I'll take a texture sample. So let's go into this and say a rocky terrain connected to the layer grass. Let's give the material, the specular and everything as 0, and the other one name it as rocks. So again, I'll take a texture sample, connect it like this and name it as rocks over here, and you can apply it. So once you applied it, let's go into this. So you need to take another landscape over here. So you can just go into this and try to apply it. If you can't apply it, you need to take another material. So assign over here as a landscape 3. Let's go into the landscape and you have a paint option. So what you need to do over here is first you need to create a layer, 2 layers, and add the info over here. So let's take this and save inside this. Again, I'll go over here. Again, I will save the layer info. Okay. I'll just click on this and all materials assigned. So let's click on this grass and see, I cannot click over here. I can just again click on this and again I'll assign a layer info for this. Click on this. Again assign a layer info for this. And now let's paint it. So as you can see now, you can easily paint the grass texture. And now if you want to paint the other one, I can just click on that. So I can paint simultaneously the rock texture as well. So you can see I can paint wherever it is required. So you can just increase the brush size and wherever you need to paint the grass texture, you can easily paint the grass texture, and wherever you need to paint the rock texture, you can paint the rock texture. You can just click and you can just start painting it. So now if you want, You can even go into this and again say texture coordinate. Again, I can just connect it with this UV and I can make it as 0.2, 0.2. Similarly, again, I'll copy this and connect it with this. All right. So apply, save it. Again, I'll go over here. Can you see now? Now you can see the texture is, the size of the texture is increased. So now whatever you will paint, the size will be increased. So you can just mix the two materials wherever it is required. So wherever you need to mix with this element, you can easily mix with this element. So this is how you can easily assign this two materials using this landscape layer blend. And if you want to assign a single material, you can easily assign a single material as well. So again, I'll go back onto this and again, I'll assign the original material, that was this, the single material. And now you can again play it and see this. So that's how it's going to work. All right. Now, let's add some foliages. So how you can add the foliages? For foliages, I can go into this. Let's go into the foliage folder. So I do have some foliages inbuilt over here. I have downloaded it, I'm sorry. So you have a foliage over here. Let's go into this meshes. So I have all the meshes of this foliage. So let's take any of the foliages. So what I'll be doing over here is like, I'll take the foliage and I'll drag it into the foliage type over here. Again, I'll go over here and let's take one more. Let's take this. Okay, looks better. So I'll also be showing you a procedural generation over here. That's the PCG in the further sessions. Again, I'll drag it one more over here. So let's take this and let's go into this, and you have an option over here called brush size, and let's paint it. So once you click on this, as you can see now, I can easily paint it wherever you want. I can just increase the brush size, and you also have the density, so you can just paint it wherever it is required. You can easily just go into this and paint it, but make sure that you're not painting too much. So once you have painted it, and if you want to remove it, you have an option over here called remove. You can just erase it. You can just go into this and you can erase it. For example, if you want to erase it, you can just select all three of it. Whatever you have taken over here, that can be erased. So again, I'll go into this and I can easily paint it. So you have the paint density as well, that can also be controlled. So I can just again jump onto this. And now as you can see now, I have assigned the grass over here. That's the foliages right on top of it. So again, I can move from the foliages, as you can see. That's it. Again, I can go over here. We do have some stones as well. So if you want to add some stones, you can add some stones, but you can just keep the density less for the stones. So wherever you want, you can assign this. Assign lot of stones. All right. So let's again play away. You can see so many stones now. So it's difficult. All right. I'll just escape it and I'll undo this. So again, I'll go back to the selection mode. All right. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So please like and subscribe my YouTube channel. So thanks for watching this tutorial.